Have you ever witnessed the kind of silence that's so powerful it makes an entire crowd hold its breath? Sometimes you don't need shouting, you don't need weapons. Just showing up is enough to make an entire system take a step back. That's exactly what happened on what seemed like an ordinary Friday afternoon in a quiet suburban neighborhood outside Washington, D.C. But for Jamal, a 14-year-old black boy, that day would become an unforgettable memory. And for the two officers on duty, it would be the day they learned that misjudging a child can destroy a career. Jamal had just finished basketball practice, still holding his water bottle, sweat glistening on his skin. He was walking home like any other day, earbuds in, eyes on his phone. His bicycle stood neatly by the curb, unlocked because this was supposed to be a safe neighborhood. Or so he thought. Suddenly sirens wailed. A patrol car pulled up hard at the curb. Two officers stepped out, their eyes tense, locked onto Jamal. "Hey, you stop right there. Whose bike is that? It's mine. I live nearby." "Oh yeah, kid, you steal it or what?" "That bike looks brand new." Jamal was confused. Before he could respond, one of the officers grabbed his wrist and spun him around. "We got a report about a stolen bike, kid. Matches your description. No more questions, no more explanation." The cold metal cuffs clamped around Jamal's wrists. People started staring. Some pulled out phones. Others just shook their heads and walked away. Jamal raised his chin and said calmly, "Beyond his years, my dad's on his way, and you're going to want to take everything back?" The officer laughed with a sneer. "What is he, Superman or your karate coach?" Jamal stayed quiet, just looked straight ahead and waited. 5 minutes passed. A black SUV screeched to a stop, engine still hot. The door flew open, and a tall man stepped out in a dark military uniform. He didn't rush, but every step he took made the air grow heavier. The officer's hand instinctively moved to his holster. "Sir, please stand back. This is an active situation." The man only said two words, his voice low and solid. "Release him." The officer raised his voice. "This kid's a suspect, sir. We're doing our job." The man didn't flinch. He handed over a card, a military ID bearing the name Brigadier General Marcus D. Carter, Department of Strategic Operations, Pentagon. The officer's eyes widened. The second cop took a step back. "I want to know why my son, who has never been in trouble and was simply riding his bike, is now in cuffs without cause, sir. We're just doing our duty." "No, you're executing bias, and you'll be explaining this not just to me but to the Pentagon." Jamal stood still, watching his father like a soldier without a sword. The man he had always seen as strict and quiet now stood like a steel wall between him and every accusation. The officer stuttered. "Sir, we're sorry, it's just that." "Just what you think. Every black kid on a nice bike stole it. Right then?" The general's earpiece buzzed. A voice came through, not from around them, but directly from the secure line. "General Carter, please confirm location." "Do you need assistance?" he replied calmly. "Negative. I just taught them a lesson." The cuffs came off. Jamal rubbed his wrists. The officers lowered their heads. There was no grand apology, no applause, just thick silence and shame in their eyes. General Carter made one call. He didn't shout. He simply said, "I want a full audit of these two officers, every traffic stop, every complaint that was ignored. I want the file in 48 hours. That evening, the whole neighborhood buzzed. The media hadn't arrived yet. The headlines hadn't spread. But inside the Carter home, Jamal understood something new. His father wasn't just someone who kept peace on the global stage. He was someone who guarded the dignity of his family and protected the right to breathe freely with honor. As the two of them stepped into the house, Jamal asked quietly, "Dad, does this kind of thing happen a lot? With our skin son way too often, but that doesn't mean we have to accept it." Jamal nodded, his fear replaced with something deeper, understanding and pride. If you've ever been misunderstood just because you look different, remember you're not alone. Your silence can be your strength, and justice doesn't always arrive in noise. Sometimes it comes in one voice at the right moment from the right person. Drop a karma if this story touched you, and don't forget to follow the channel for more stories that truly deserve to be told.